Hi, this is Tom Cotter, and welcome to another episode of Barn Find Hunter. Sometimes we fly to remote locations to look for old cars. Sometimes we drive to locations. This episode, we're going to walk to look for old cars. I want to show you that there are cars everywhere. I'm at a house that I have in Maine, and if I can walk to them here, you can walk to them where you are. So follow me. Hello, Mark. The big guns are here.
Tom said not to clean up.
That's right, and we like them dirty. We're with my friend Mark, who only lives 2 houses from where I live. This is a 1970 maybe?
72.
72 MGB, and it seems to be in pretty good shape. Seems to be you're working on it, but the interesting story to me is how you came to own this car.
Well, I worked on an island for years, 20-something years. Mm-hmm. And I made friends with a lot of people out there. A lady and myself got talking. I had one of these when I was in the military.
Aha.
And then one day she says, well, I've got one in my garage. 2 years later, she says, you want that car?
So, I mean, it seems to be solid. I mean, it looks like you've been through the brakes because it's nice and clean. Hydraulic clutch as well?
Yeah, I got working also.
So the last time this was registered, 97?
Yeah, 97.
So what's your plans for it?
To make it down to Spruce Point and back this year.
So 2 miles down and 2 miles back?
Yeah.
I'm going to check out the mileage here because I'm curious.
97,651.
You know, that's a lot of miles for an MG. Most of them don't get that far.
It's got a few electrical problems, and
Oh, surprise me.
Well, like I said, I owned one before, nicknamed Lucas, the Prince of Darkness. You could be driving along and the lights would go out.
Well, you know, invite us back when it's done, and maybe we can, you know, take a ride with you with our cameras.
But you've got to take me for a ride, too.
Okay, I'll do it.
And I don't want to go in that Japanese car either. I want to go in that American one. I've seen you run around in here a few times.
All right, it's a promise. It's a deal. So when I got this house in Booth Bay, I'd be working on it, you know, putting bricks down for a walk or painting the porch or something like that. And a guy would walk by every day with a NASCAR shirt on. So he told me he went to the Daytona 500 and he's a big NASCAR fan. And then he started telling me about the Ford Bronco that his father bought new. And here it is today, still in the garage, 1972. So tell us a story about this car.
Well, I just looked up the exact cost. It was $4,779. Only got 27,000 miles on it.
Well, this thing looks pretty clean. I mean, the seats are not ripped, the door panels are in place. So this was never an everyday car.
Yeah, when he had it, when it first came out, he was. He worked the sewer district and he did that and he plowed with it. And he plowed the neighborhood, $3 or $4 a thing until the plow was paid for.
Oh, no kidding.
Back then, yeah.
So I'm just thinking, so 31 years old, 27,000 miles, so it's been driven less than 1,000 miles a year since it was new, average. Hard top, it's got the full body, and so it's got the side trim, it's got the deluxe interior. This is not a stripper Bronco at all. So what are your plans for this?
Well, I really wanted to drive it again, and I really think it's time for somebody else to have it.
So you would sell this?
I think I probably would.
Really?
I've saved it all this time. It's got the 302.
Can we take a look at the engine?
Yep,
would it be too much trouble?
If we take a minute.
So it's got that offset air cleaner that Broncos had. If you notice, if you put a traditional air cleaner on here, it would hit the hood. So this has got no air conditioning, no, but it's got power steering, manual brakes, 3 on the tree.
I mean, it's a lot of engine for a little car, and you get on the highway with it. It's really interesting.
So you were 11. Was this a big deal in your family when you got this?
Oh, this was pride and joy, absolute pride and joy. One fun fact I found during the American auctions, I've been watching these, the fold-down hood I found only happened for a couple of years. The hinges on the window.
Oh, for the windshield?
Yeah, and
so this hinge here?
It was actually workable for the first couple of years, and they found out, I don't think the hinge was too strong for the window, but they left it as a facade because it just looked good.
So your hope is to find a new home for this? You know, I don't think you'll have a problem selling this. Somebody watching this is probably going to want to buy it. So anyway, I really appreciate it, Mark, that you let us come over here and see this family heirloom. Check out your neighborhood because somebody there might have a car that their father bought new and maybe they want to get rid of it as well. I'm meeting my new friend here, Nita. So this is our 3rd house that we're visiting, walking up the street. But when I first saw that car, it was up on Campbell Street. And I think your brother owned it, right?
Oh, yes, yes. He lived with me for a while, and he lived with my sister for a while.
And this was his pride and joy, I guess.
Of course, he passed on 2 years ago, so he probably had it maybe 3 years.
3 years. Because I used to see him buzzing all around town.
Oh yes, he loved it.
Wow. You have this car, you're storing it as a good sister should, but what are you going to do with it? Are you going to drive it?
I have no idea what to do with it.
Is that right?
I've had a couple offers on it.
I'm just going to open this engine compartment if that's okay.
I didn't even know that was what it was.
I think I need a little WD-40. Ah, I got it. There we go.
Ooh, plenty of pine needles.
Plenty of them. There it is. So it's a 4-cylinder. It's got a single, it looks like a Stromberg carburetor. Very basic motor, but you can see why racers would love a car like this because it was so easy to work on. Well, I wish you luck in finding a new owner for this, and if I can help you find somebody, I'll steer them your way. So now we're off to our next walk-to location, which is just a few blocks that way.
Another car?
Another car. We're just walking, yeah. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Tom.
So I've passed this thing for years. I've seen it riding around town, and I've always wondered, like, what's the story with this car?
Yep. Story is, I bought it brand new in 1983, and I got it for my first professional job.
So where'd you buy it? What state?
I bought her in New Hampshire. This is the 1983, 1,499 cc's under the roof here. They were making 1,300 cc's, and it came in either red or black.
Is this the first year of the Civic?
This is the last year that the hatchback was made, and then
Aha,
they changed
okay.
the whole rear end of it. But now it's just being driven around Boothbay Harbor, and she has about 120,000 miles on her. You know, it'll be 40 years old next year, so we're averaging about 300 miles a year.
Why did you keep this car?
I just didn't want to get rid of it. It was my first new car, and I think it's the only new car I've ever bought.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's cool. So what, it's got a 5-speed.
It's got a 5-speed, yep, 5 on the floor.
And it runs well?
Oh, she fires right up.
Can you start
I started it up in May, and
Let's start it up now.
oh, let's fire it off.
All right, it took a long time. So this has got the big block, you said?
Oh, this is a big block. This is huge. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep, this is where the mice live.
Oh, wow.
Hasn't had any major work done on it. I think it had a water pump on it, and that was about it. But
So we're talking almost 40 years.
almost 40 years, you know, and Hondas are like that. And I've owned 5 Hondas before.
So how much did that one go for?
This one for $7,400 new.
And you paid $7,400.
Yeah, my monthly payments were $160 a month. So yeah,
Those were the
I was
days.
strapped back then.
I know. I bought a Pinto at the same time. Yeah.
Well, that's a different story on the Pintos.
And you have no plans to get rid of it. This is.
Oh no, absolutely not. My daughter won't let me. She wants to learn how. My boys.
Is this your daughter over here?
That's my daughter. She
Hi.
goes, Dad, no, you're not going to sell that car. I want to learn to drive that car.
So this is a car that we all took for granted. I mean, it was a car that was kind of revolutionary when it came out, and then they were so good, and they lasted so long. They just kind of, okay, you saw them in a parking lot, it was no big deal. But here we are almost 40 years later, and this is a big deal. I mean, the fact that Honda built such a quality car and you hung on to it, there's 2 good stories there.
Yep, absolutely. And this was the first sport version of the Civic, and now they're pretty sporty. If you look at the new model that just came out, you know, and a lot of kids have them now. And I was lucky to get one in 1983.
Jeez.
Yep.
Well, thank you, sir.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well, this is my friend Dave, and when you live in a little town like this, it doesn't take long for car people to know who car people are. Tell me what we're going to look at in here. How long have you had this car?
I've had this car since 2001. It's a 69 Chevelle Super Sport 396.
So let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Is this your anti-theft system here?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Oh boy, that's a sweetheart. Is that an original car?
It's original. The motor's been rebuilt in it.
So it's a 4-speed 396.
375 horse. Yeah, it's got the original wheels. About 126,000 miles.
It's in pretty good shape. Can we see what the motor looks like?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh boy, that is a big block. So it's got power steering. That's good.
And I just had the brakes all redone.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's great. Wow. All right, so, and you have another car you want to tell us about.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I guess you're a lobsterman, right?
Yeah, I'm retired from it now.
So what am I looking at here?
This is a 1962 Chevy Bel Air 4-door sedan. And this is the first car I ever owned. I bought this back when I was 15 years old. I'd had my driver's license just two months when I bought it. It belonged to an older lady in town, and she passed away. The car and everything she owned was put up on a silent auction. Put a bid in of $200 on the car. Yeah, and the car had just 36,000 miles on it.
Man. She was the original owner, I guess.
She was the original owner.
Is it a V8?
Yeah, it's got a small block 283 V8
Let's see it. You know, some people love 283s more than 327s or 350s.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I had the motor all rebuilt.
Mm-hmm. Is it built stock?
Originally, it had a 2-barrel Rochester carburetor on it.
Boy, it sure looks sweet. I mean, you know, you never see, I mean, these cars just disappeared. And to see one like this Cherry is so rare. So it's got an automatic?
Yes, automatic.
Power glide.
Yep, power glide transmission.
Yep. And it runs well?
Oh, runs great.
You drove it all through high school?
I did. When I was lobstering when I was a kid in high school, I used to haul bait in the trunk of it.
Oh boy. It's nothing like finding a little piece of treasure in your own neighborhood.
Hopefully, Tom, later on this summer, you'll see me come and go down by with it.
I want to ride.
Oh, most definitely.
Dave, thank you. Check out your neighborhood. You might find something like this 9 houses from where you live too. Happy hunting.